So as I said, we'll just like a stand and breathe and smile. And we can mesh each one in each city where we are, just kind of lean with an ear inwards, and kind of as if we're listening out to the rain through our ear.
איזה קשר.
בבקשה, הנה למקן ממש listen to the Geshem as it pours. And as we're listening with our heads, kind of just taking our ears all around, with your feet, start imitating the sound of the rain underneath, from where the feet touch the ground. So we kind of get this motion. Can you see my fingers? I'm putting them in the black so you can see.
Yeah. Pitter-patter fingers.
Mm-hmm. So that pitter-patter fingers, we're going to bring into our feet, and we can use it with our toes, and you can use it with our heels. So we're just for a moment going to have these two extremes, the feet on the ground and my head up there, listening. It's pitter-pattering around with my head. And we can start mamash feeling without doing anything with the rest of the body, just keeping our feet and our head pitter-pattering around. Tifuf, I guess would be the Hebrew translation to that. And just imagine it going through the rest of your body without doing anything special against it. I mean, we can of course use our fingers because that also has its articulation in the movement and also a connection to the idea. But we just want to kind of get us covered in that rain. And what we can start doing against it is to just bring different parts of our body into that shower of rain. So I can kind of lift up a shoulder or an elbow and just imagine this pitter-patter, this tifuf. Just imagine it against my skin in different areas. So again, we have the three areas, the feet, the fingers, the head, moving around like with the pitter-patter or against, just allowing the rest of the body to shower underneath it. We're active in three parts and kind of allow the rest of the body to receive that sensation. Okay?
Yeah, my phone battery's going to go. So
Okay.
Sorry, hang on. Trying to organize it.
And we can find more areas to allow the rain to permeate, like from beneath, maybe our ribs, from within inside. So I get this motion with my arms where I'm opening up more areas for the rain to come. And in my sternum, if I open up my chest and allow the rain to come. And if I listen with my ears, more inwards, more downwards, more sidewards, I can open up the area of my neck for the pitter-patter to come in. I can bring it down through or in between or in front or behind of my vertebrae, allowing each vertebra maybe to communicate with that. I can even use my fingers to have that conversation between my vertebrae and my fingers, going round. And we go into our pelvis, and we can really go inside our pelvis and inside, in between where our legs meet the pelvis. So it's very delicate from two extremes, top, bottom, and fingers. And I'm just opening up the rest of my body for that sensation to reach as many areas within my body, from around my body. And again, I have this combination of the two, the soft pitter-patter of the fingers, or my feet on the floor, or my head listening inwards. And I have, well, it's not unsoft, but it's like stretched, opening heart, receiving the pitter-patter for me. And I just look within more areas, like around my knees, from behind my knees. Just again, looking for more areas to receive that pitter-patter, not do it. So we have the receptive mode, we have the active mode going for us. And I can bring it in from my armpits into my chest, right? I can take it inside further, as if I'm grabbing around my heart, and then I can have the conversation from my feet into my heart, trying to have, well, I guess it's a kind of a palpitation in a good way, and kind of quality to it, and to the liver a bit, into my stomach. I can bring some, or the spleen, or the gallbladder, or my kidneys, or my lungs, all of them together, like hold them in a sack underneath my ribs and over my diaphragm, and just have the pitter-patter kind of enter in there, so I can reach that shaky, quaky sensation from inside. Maybe have it rain from the sac outwards against my ribs from inside, and against my sternum from inside. So if I could rain outwards onto my borders, maybe I can bring it up against my skin, and keep the pitter-patter on the feet, or beneath the feet, or from the feet to the ground, whichever works most for you to get that very delicate sensation of an Israeli rain against the window. And I can bring it into my face. I can start with my mouth, the whole cavity, and just I can even use my tongue against a bit to give that sensation. I can use my tongue. Really play with it. I can communicate between the mouth of the cavity, the tongue, and the back of the neck to kind of participate in the same listening of the ears, and like connect those areas from inside my mouth. See how that can connect to the heels. If I can bring some of that movement from my feet all up through my neck and my jaws, to just hit my face expression. And then, of course, with my face, I can just put my face out there in the rain, right? To just get that washing sensation of each drop breaking on my head against my forehead, all around my face. And then we can, of course, use literally our fingers to paint around it. Feel how it, the mesh reaches the pores and can decide how strong or how deep you go. Shows you where you are. And take it all around and behind and on your head. Maybe let's breathe up there for a moment. Just let it go up as we learned with a little of a shh. We've had even a bit of the sound of the rain. Shh. Let your head be like explode from the attention. From inside with the shh, from outside with the fingers, or just with the image going of the fingers. Shh. Let's drop it down all the way back to our feet. And let's have our feet move us around without letting go of that pitcher pattern from beneath them. We can even have it lift up parts of the foot to step around. So we can take us. And all our parts, again, I'm reminding, we want to kind of expose each part as if we're sunbathing in the rain. We want to bring more areas out in the open. You can find different twists you can work with. Maybe bend certain areas over, if it's an elbow, a shoulder, a back, a side. Just as long as you step with the feet around, and kind of that walking around gives us more areas to expose. From behind, from the front. I can have a shower in my groins and my thighs. Shower, I mean rain, shower the rain, cover the shower the rain. Inside, having the initial movement from our feet, from our head. When we want to kind of put the volume up on the texture, we can use the fingers again, just have them roam the room around us. And you can choose to keep walking or just stand and concentrate back from or into the insides. We can focus on our pelvis area inside, intestines. If I could bring some rain in between my intestines, cover it all, front, back, side, through that windy road, windy pipe. And we can bring it from inside our feet. We could bring that rain sensation inside our feet and downwards towards the inside of the bottom of the foot. Underneath and upwards into the ankle, focusing into our ankle, into our calf, into our knee, like upwards. Have the shower come from the ground, like Forrest Gump describes. And I'm going to bring in the song, and you just rain away, however, wherever, dance away, however, wherever. Let's find ourselves in that initial shaky, quaky mode, thinking about the rain, just hitting as many parts of the body at once, from the outside, from the inside. So we don't have to be big or go big, just kind of let it focus inside, but we hear that inner tremor kind of sensation. We can bring a sound to even get it from the inside properly. Whichever sound, or search for the sound with yourselves. To find it going inside. Until we look as if we're standing still, but we're not.